We love hip hop.
Indian immigration getting cut down.
Oh, here we go.
Over the next 3 years.
I got time today.
Oh, here we go.
No, salute to DJs are.
I'm representing the Indian perspective.
Wow.
Indian Canadian perspective, though.
You sent me this video.
Oh, yes.
Right? Justin Trudeau, it's on his YouTube channel. It's got 1.1 million views in 6 days.
That's so weird because it had like 1 million views in 3 days. And then over the next 2 days, you only get 100 bands.
Ain't nobody watching.
Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Right? So
Can't believe him.
here's what Justin had to say. I'll just play the beginning.
Your boy.
My boy. You're mad.
Bad actors like fake colleges and big chain corporations have been exploiting our immigration system for their own interests. So we're doing something major. We're reducing the numbers of immigrants that will come to Canada for the next 3 years. Today, I'm going to let you in on what happened, where we made some mistakes, and why we're taking this big turn.
He really wants our votes, eh?
There are two
guy's
kinds of
begging.
immigration in Canada. The one you probably think of most is permanent immigration, like when families come to Canada to settle and call it home. Every year, the government determines the right number of permanent residents that we want to admit. That's how it's been done for decades. But a plan that only talks about permanent immigration misses the other pathway, temporary immigration. Temporary residents are people who come to Canada for a limited time, like international students, temporary workers, and so on. They come to work a job or go to school. When the job is done or when they finish their degree, most return home. Some apply to stay as permanent residents, but most return home. So back to this year's plan. Historically, Canada's annual immigration plan just looked at permanent residents. The number of temporary students and workers that we admitted each year was left to the demand.
We love hip hop.
It was usually a small proportion of our population, so it's never been a part of the long-term immigration.
Here's where it
But
happened.
after the pandemic, our economy came roaring back quickly, and we needed a lot of workers.
We love hip hop.
Canada is in the middle of a huge labor shortage.
Temporary foreign workers became such a significant part of our workforce that it'd be a mistake not to include them when we plan our immigration levels. So this year, we did exactly that for the first time. We laid out a plan that sets targets for both permanent and temporary residents. This way, we're getting the full breakdown of people coming into our country so we can prepare the homes and infrastructure needed to support them. Like I said, immigration is based on...
Okay, so I'll stop there because I'll just break down quick what he finishes saying here. During the pandemic, they needed more workers.
Yeah.
Right? So they increased the amount of temporary immigrants that they were letting into the country, as well as the permanent immigrants, which brought us to the million. We're at 41 million people in our country now, which is crazy.
Damn, it always used to be 32.
Yes.
That was the population for a minute.
So we got an extra 9 million people or so into this country.
25% increase.
Yes.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
So that was the plan post-pandemic or during the pandemic because we needed more workers, we needed more foreign workers, but they opened the floodgate too much. So because they opened the floodgate too much, now they have to course correct and shut it down for the next 3 years, or at least slow it down. So now it's going to be harder to get permanent residency. Once you finish your temporary residency, you're going to have to go back home or do what you need to do to stay here.
Yeah.
If you want to stay in asylum because you come from an asylum country, then they're going to have to go do an investigation to make sure that you fit the requirements to stay in like a hotel or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, once you're done your school, you got to go back at least for the next 3 years.
Yep.
Right? Until we level back out our population. Wow. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I'm down. But he's still not going to get my vote.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you want this to keep on happening, at this point, you're going to have to keep him in.
Nah, not necessarily.
You don't think Pierre Poilievre probably shares these sentiments? I feel like he's using their point because he knows like he lost the conservative vote. So he's like, let me like give them what they want.
Yeah, but it's not going to work.
It's too late, bud.
It's too late, bud.
What about him admitting that he messed up? I don't like Trudeau, but he did admit like we made a mistake. He said that in this thing.
Because he knows that's what we want to hear as the people, right? He knows that. We would love to hear that, but we still think you're a douchebag. So go on easy, man.
I don't rate that. Even though like he's quote unquote taking accountability. It's like if I seen you smash a plate and you're like, I smashed the plate. it's like you're not a hero for telling me that, bro. Like we saw you smashing it all the time, and it's like it took you till now. Like you already knew what you were doing, and I feel like now that we're kind of approaching like an election and stuff. Like now you're trying to just give the people what they want. And
I'm sorry.
I will add this, like I don't think Canadians have a problem with immigration. I think it's just a disproportionate amount of people from one place immigrating to this country and changing the cultural landscape of Canada. That's what people have a problem with. If it was bad, and now guess what? Now other people who like maybe aren't Indian, they can't even come to Canada now. You know what I'm saying? What if you have family in the Caribbean or in the Middle East or Asia or Africa? They can't come because, we let in too many Indians at one point. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't want to leave.
And they don't want to, and guess what? They're having families. And they have their own communities. And salute to them, you know what I'm saying? Salute. I'm rocking the turban today, you know what I'm saying? I stand in solidarity with my Punjabis, with my Sikhs, you know what I'm saying? So I have no issue with that because at the end of the day, all of us are immigrants or like children of immigrants, you know what I'm saying? But now you're like, you almost let them ruin it for everyone, and that's going to increase the animosity towards them. Now it's like, thanks to you guys, like my cousin can't come because like, you guys came.
You made him shut down the border.
Yeah. And at the same time, like during the pandemic when they quote unquote needed workers, I'm not going to lie. I was working at Queen Street Warehouse. I was doing like Expo, right? And I had a student that, a guy that was there. He was an international student. And he's like, they increased the hours we're allowed to work. Right. And this is, I don't think this was like right after the pandemic, but slightly after. But it's not because they needed workers. It's because these guys needed more money to survive. And they were only allowed to work a certain amount of hours. But then they're like, okay, we can increase the hours. Not because the workforce needed it, because the students are literally like sharing 5 to a room, struggling to eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
During the pandemic, post-pandemic, like there was a lot of BS jobs, fam. Like I'm not gonna lie, I saw a lot of jobs that were just like created by the government to keep the youth employed, to keep people off EI. And it was like a lot of like administrative jobs, whatever. So our economy's always been fueled by immigration, but to kind of blame it on the pandemic and then blame it on bad actors that were like schools, like these fake schools that were created under your watch. Your Ministry of Education is supposed to regulate all these fake schools. Like, how are you not taking more accountability? I don't know.
Look at this.
My boys.
Done that square. This is not even the one I was trying to find here.
There's so many of those.
There's a video from
There's
Dundas
one like
Square.
choreographed where like they're all doing the same moves.
Yeah, and it's packed, like hundreds of people. When I see videos like that, it's like, okay, salute to y'all. Okay, respect to, salute, right? But like, bro, it just seems like they just came here to turn it into India. And that's kind of wild, bro.
But this is the problem when you have India has such a strong culture, and within India, every group has their own stronger culture. You know what I'm saying? They even have their own languages and they speak Hindi. The average Indian person you see usually speaks like 3 languages. They're smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what would you want them to do? I'm saying us like I'm Indian. what do you want us to do, bro? What would you want them to do? Like throw out their entire culture so they could like line dance to friggin', I don't know, some white Canadian song and have maple syrup and pancakes? It's like, nah, like we have thousands of years of cultivated traditions that like, of course we're going to bring that. But okay, this is lit though.
This is the one you're talking about?
This is lit, yeah. I don't have a problem with this.
Yo, they did Blackers move, bro. yo, rewind that.
Bro,
Watch. Bomb. They're gonna make the turn right here.
They got some baddies in there.
Here's the turn. Boom.
Sick. Okay, but yo, this is so kind of eerie. But imagine you guys like we're all like the same tribe, right? And we go to a next area and we start doing our dances.
People will be like, "What the hell?"
Bro, that's war, fam. That's like marking your territory. You know what I'm saying? That's like, and this is kind of what they have done, whether it's like subtle or like conscientiously, like they have really marked their territory.
I have no problem with it in a racial, historical, everything kind of sense, right? Cultural sense, because my parents are from the Caribbean, and in the 70s when Caravana first landed, how do you think the white people were probably thinking of us when they seen my women getting wine up on in the middle of the lakeshore?
Not in Lakeshore.
Not even
Young Street.
Oh, they were in
Caravana
shambles.
used to be on Young Street.
Oh my goodness.
And you would
Yeah.
wine up the place. So
I'm this. Yo, you're right.
So you know what, dog? Allow them.
Yo,
Allow
my
them.
bad.
You know what? You know what's interesting? So just in that,
See how I'm sitting here quiet, because my whole memory bank's like, hold on.
you guys
wait a
were
second.
worse.
Hold on. wait a
Yo,
second.
and you know what's crazy? Caravana had turned into something over the years where people associate it with people getting shot and everything, bro.
And
Like,
everything.
this is what y'all brought over here
Right
to our
after-
downtown every
Right?
year.
Yeah, right. But
Hate y'all
they
black
used
people.
to stand there. No. White people loved us because of the fact that we were different. They
Yeah,
didn't have
but
culture.
still,
They
bro.
don't really have culture. They have hockey here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real, right? That's the culture,
Yeah.
right? And lacrosse, and you know what I mean. Some other
Santa
stuff.
Claus parade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
A little parade.
Halloween and shit. But like they were probably looking at us the same exact way.
Like all y'all black people congregating in
How
this
the hell
one
did you
area?
guys all come here? Go back on your boats. We're
Like-
probably getting told a lot of stuff, but then the reggae and the calypso still running the place.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
like them showing their cultural sense of like, look, they're all in sync.
Yeah.
that's sick.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time I seen a bunch of white people in sync is at a line dance.
Hey.
Cha-cha
Right?
slide.
Right? That's the only damn time I see them in sync. This showed me like, let's say we were there watching this live.
Oh, it's lit.
I would find this very amusing, and I would like it.
Me
I would
too.
be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
all right,
They're
let's
doing
go.
their thing.
Yeah, they're doing their
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah. No, I see the. I was kind of looking at it like on some Bill
A takeover, some takeover.
Dr.
let's-
Racist shit.
No.
Okay.
It's not. It can't be. We can't be racist like that because
I'm not, but I was
No,
looking at it in
you
a
were looking at
racist
it.
way.
Yeah, and I caught it, right? And I was just like,
I have an Indian friend. No, I'm playing.
yo, I caught it though. I caught it. They have their ways to them.
Mhm.
That's because they're culturally they don't know nothing else.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They don't know nothing else. You go to Caribbean, you will see a white person, you'll see an Indian person, you'll see a Chinese person. So when they come here, nothing new. It's just colder.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like them now, they're a little different. They stick to themselves. 7 of them, 12 of them in one house. Let's get some paper. Then, you know what I mean? Ajit gets a house now. Now Sarah Pritt gets a house. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now Gurdeep gets a house, and then everybody go on easy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only thing with white and black culture. The thing is, we can't do. Our parents are telling us when you getting out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? While they'll tell their son, no, you stay. Bring your wife too.
Yeah. She can live with us in the room.
Yeah.
Yo, I have a.
And then they have $100 million stacked and saved, and then they go.
They're up.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe we could learn a thing or two from them people right now.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
Keep
fact.
the ones that are here and can stay permanently, and we can learn something from them too, how to keep the family structured together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a fact.
Because
Oh.
they got family structure. Some of them are
100%.
crazy. They drink. They have drinking problems and all that. Probably the husband beats up the wife. I've seen cases just the other day. A stabbing happened with an Indian family out in
Yeah,
Scarborough.
they be murking their kids.
They
and all kind of shit.
oh man, the son murking the dad. Like they got their own thing to them, bro.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They got their own thing to them. So
Yeah, we can definitely learn a lot from them, and they have even like their religious values, like especially Sikhism or even Hinduism. Like, there's so much
Yeah.
interesting things. But I want to ask you guys. So you said, in the 70s, your parents came, or like there was like a wave of like Caribbean people.
Mhm.
yeah.
So then from the 70s, 80s, 90s, now the people who are born in the 90s, they like Caribbean culture, like Canadians, right?
Yeah.
So will we see in 30, 40 years, the average Canadian, whether they're white, black, Asian, like Punjabi or like Indian music is gonna be like the norm, where it's like you're gonna see this and it's gonna be like mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everyone's gonna know the Bollywood dances.
I think it's possible.
Very possible.
We're seeing this is the beginning now. Like, obviously, there's always been Indian people immigrating to Canada, but
Yeah.
just this heavy amount
Yeah.
is going to be the laid groundwork for the future that we'll see, let's say, 5 years from now, even.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I could see it, bro. And
Right?
I could see like whether it's Hindi or Punjabi becoming like an unofficial third language here.
Possibly. Right?
It pretty
Fourth
much
language.
is.
I hear you, and it will be taught in the schools of Brampton. That's for sure.
That's lit though if you're non-Indian
If
and
you
like
live
you
in
can
Brampton.
come out learning Hindi like by the time you're done your education.
Yeah, and you could get a job.
You can communicate to a billion
You get a
people
good
plus
job.
now.
Yeah. I can see it. If we can change the attitude of the average Canadian right now, because I think the average Canadian doesn't want to.
Yeah, because we're scared of change because we feel like it's a territorial thing.
Yeah.
Because okay, like now you can go way out of town and they own farms.
It's like even the towns are not safe. Before it was like, okay, they're in the city, so let's move out. Let's move out to the farmlands. Now even they're there.
Go to like Shelburne and stuff.
Yeah.
Whole heap of them I drive truck. They're driving the trucks and they're out there. They have farms. They have big homes. They do what they got to do, right? So, like I said, you can learn a thing or two from them right now.
Yeah, we might see, let's say, for what you're saying are in the next 10 years, even just more people mixing together, and then you're gonna start seeing like over the years, because of over the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, there was a lot of mixed babies that came out of that, black and white mixed babies. Right now, you're gonna start seeing some maybe black and Indian or white and Indian mixed babies that start coming out.
That's what you'll see.
You know
You'll
what
see
I'm
more
saying?
white and Indian and Chinese and Indian.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing the demographics start changing and the mixes of people that come out of Toronto.
I do think so, but at the same time, I'm hesitant to say that because like what I found always interesting about black culture was that it's very open to mixing.
Yeah. They're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
will go out of their way to make sure that they protect their kids, their community, and set them up within that community. Because you would have already seen the mixing by now. The only brown people that are mixing are from here. They grew up here. So it might be a brown dude married a white girl or something. He grew up in Toronto. But if they're coming from another place, they're not mixing.
No.
They might smash a 1, 2, maybe.
Oh, they're paying for that though.
Yeah, you know, like a little HH or something, you know, but not like marriage. Come on,
That's
marriage.
already
That's
prearranged.
serious.
That's already prearranged.
Yeah.
And they know what they fall in line. They're not gonna be like, no, I want to follow my heart. It's like, nah, like we're here to like build our community and like build our empire.
Keep
you know
the
what I'm
rich.
saying?
Well, in that sense, then in the next 10 years, you're just going to see more of them.
More of them.
100%.
Because they're going to multiply.
They're gonna multiply.
like,
They're
no
not
matter-
gonna mix.
Little cockroaches, bro.
That is
Right?
crazy.
Like, no matter how much you, that's a little crazy, but no matter how much you cap okay, we're not doing any more immigration. All right, whoever you already got here, they just got to multiply. They just got to breed.
Real talk.
Too late. All right. So once you open it back in 3 years and then more people start coming back in, they're going to be like, oh, shit, you got a kid now?
Right?
Yo, I'm going to come to live at your house.
And they will have kids at a faster rate than white Canadians. You know, maybe like I'd say like black Canadians, they probably have like a higher birth rate per average or even Asians. But like in terms of like you're talking about the existing white population, that's why they're so defensive to all these Indian migrants, because it's like you will not replace us kind of mentality. You know
start
what I'm
smashing
saying?
more, man. The white people got to start smashing each other more, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They're so convinced on this like sustainability. It's not economic. It's like, yo, who cares? Like, just have the kids.
They make
and
you
you'll
work
figure
harder.
it out.
Yeah, white girls got to stop letting us black guys hit, man. Say, yo, you too black, man. I need to get with my own race, man. I gotta continue that. You see how the Indians are doing? I gotta go find Brad, man. Sorry, Tyrone.
Sorry,
But
Tyrone.
in the
my
same,
parents
like-
probably wouldn't even want you there.
I think when white girls started doing that, that's when white guys were like, Asians. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they went
They're like,
Asian route.
that's where like
Hold my
that's
beer.
their black version of like black dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I will be very appreciated by this, you know?
Yeah.
Some other race will find me attractive.
Yeah.
Oh man, you go anywhere around the world, even me, like as like a white passing dude, like if I go to Mexico or something, like they're feeling you off like the effects of colonization. You know what I'm saying? Like they still are affected by like colorism and stuff. And they're like, wow, blanquito, es muy guapo, whatever, you know? And you're like, gracias.
You're in.
You're in there like swimwear.
Well, listen, man, salute to all our Indian people. I don't know if I want to salute Justin Trudeau because...
No, don't.
I don't know, bro.
He's a loser.
You know what I will salute him for? Because
What?
he's getting a lot of backlash for being at the Taylor Swift concert. But if Donald Trump was at a Taylor Swift concert, it'd be the coolest thing since sliced bread for the internet.
I don't know why they
I
dissing
feel
him
like
for
we
that,
can't
man.
we can't have double standards. Like, well, why is he at the concert? It's like, you know how much money Taylor Swift just brought to this country?
Yeah.
You don't think he's
Weirdo.
probably with her backstage after, and he's probably with his daughter or something? Like, we can't just expect these guys. Like, he's not a dictator. Well, he kind of is.
Did he
but
wait in line?
Nah. Like, questionable dance
Look at him.
moves, for sure.
Look at him.
But Donald Trump dances like this, and everyone likes it. You know?
I mean, people are doing the dance now. It's called the Donald dance or
Donald.
something.
Yeah.
Or the
John
Trump
Jones did it.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh man,
He's really begging to get another. He really wants in again.
He's trying to be down, bro.
Nah,
I
bro.
wanna be down.
Nah, bro. You gonna have to give some money up, some bread up.
Oh,
he just only cut the
man.
taxes from like December 14th till I don't know
For
when.
2 months.
For 2 months, they cut the tax. Period.
Yeah,
If you're gonna help, if you really want to get a vote, whew,
He's outside, eh?
but
He's
Yeah.
outside.
He's outside. JT is super outside right now.
Every time I open CP24, I'm like,
He's outside.
what are you doing over here? You and Christia Field and robbing her neck.
Yeah.
Remember that video I showed you where he was making that milkshake with that YouTube guy?
Yes.
Like, bro is super outside
He's
right now.
outside.
He's in his bag. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, JT's in his bag right now. He's trying to
like,
make it happen.
Please, guys, get me back in
He's like,
here.
I'll do
I'll be a
anything.
good boy.
I'll dance.
I'll be a great boy.
Make some milkshakes.
Oh man, he's been stealing so long though. You know what I'm saying? I hope he could like.
Don't vote for him, man. I'm
Don't
sorry.
vote for him.
JT, if you see this, who cares? Any of y'all out there thinking of voting for this man and bringing him back in, bro?
Don't.
Fix your brain,
And
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, like, despite the fact that I'm wearing a turban right now, don't vote Jagmeet Singh either, all right?
No, don't.
I know that leaves Pierre
That's his
Poilievre, but that's just what it is, all right,
That is
guys?
what it is. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here, man.
We love hip hop.